Hey everyone. So this is the cabin, and I recorded this back in August when we first moved here. This is the kitchen area. You can see a lot of stuff was left behind. Microwave, coffee maker, and yeah, lots of food. Who knows how long that's been sitting there. So, I mean, we did find some mail that dated back to 2016, and that was probably the last time anybody has been in this cabin. It's pretty gross. Like bugs everywhere. It's just ugh. Here we are outside. This is the front of the cabin facing the river. It's facing south, and that's my silly daughter Savannah. Two entry doors, and the living room also fully furnished. It looks like they were living in here at least summers. It's all really cute, but it's gotta go because it's been sitting around too long and it's covered in bug and rodent feces. So yeah, it's gotta go. And it's all clean. Our original thought was to just give it a really good scrub down and then use the space for as long as we needed to. Like, don't do any major improvements because we don't really need it. We have the RV to live in and we would just use this space as a workspace. So we cleaned it all out, but unfortunately behind this closet a whole bunch of ants started just spilling out. So we got it all clean, but it looks like we're going to have to get rid of this too because the ants are in the wall behind all of this. Once we got all of the cupboards and shelves off of the wall, the ants just started pouring out. And you can see them here, they're just covering these panels. And then they'd drop down onto the ground and they'd start running towards us and just latching on and biting. It was quite terrifying. So yeah, these panels are going to have to come down as well, unfortunately.
Let's go.
This is after the panels came down, and we used some bug spray to spray what we could, but a lot of the insulation had to come out too. It was just infested. So this is after I had pulled down most of it. I'm going to need to pull down the rest and get behind it, and we'll probably need to bomb. They've just eaten the crap out of this wood, burrowed all the way through it, leaving lots of tunnels. I've never seen so many ants in my life. This was not even, I mean, we hadn't even bombed yet. This is just what we had killed while opening up the walls. Look at them just piled there. All that black right there. Those are dead ants.
And down there.
And this is outside after we bombed. They just tried to evacuate. Oh, look at that. All of those still partially alive and moving. So after we bombed, we waited a little bit, like I don't know, a couple of weeks, and we determined that we had to bomb again, and this time maybe open up all of the walls to make sure that the poison got inside, because even after bombing, it was still infested. So this is after I had opened up all the insulation, leave it partially hanging on, that way I don't have to move it anywhere. And then we decided to go ahead and do the kitchen as well, because if there's that many in the living room, they are probably in the kitchen as well. So I've got to take everything out of here and tear down the walls.
Chapter 3. Elena.
So yesterday I finished the cabin. This is the door that I covered in plastic. That was, I don't know what they're called, but the doors that are like cut in half and you can open up the top half if you just want like half of a door open. Anyway, so the bottom part, like when we tried to open it, completely disintegrated into our hands, like fell apart. And the top part was still connected to with 2 hinges. And I unscrewed the top 2 hinges partly, just part way so that it wouldn't fall out of the door frame. But the door was so heavy because it's solid wood and the frame was so old and rotted that it just fell out anyway, even with like 4 hinges holding it and 2 parts of, did I say 4 hinges? 4 screws holding it and 2 partial screws holding it. Just fell right out of the wall. It was like really heavy. So that's what broke my finger. And this is the work that I did in the kitchen area yesterday. I was just going to leave the kitchen, like all the cupboards and stuff, but there was a sheared pipe and some water damage and a little bit of black mold down on the bottom of the drywall. So opening it up makes the plumbing Nick will be doing a lot easier. So we'll start from ground zero and work our way up and get rid of this jerry-rigged plumbing. This is our cute little wood stove for the living room. Adorable. This is the wall that the ants had infested. You can see all that. And then this is the first place I spotted them. So I think there's probably a hole down there somewhere that we're gonna have to check out and fill. So this is where it all started. And then once I started opening things up, I started realizing they were just everywhere. They were throughout the whole entire cabin. Like even when I just opened these up right here, I still found like little tiny clusters of them. We're leaving the bathroom as is because we're still going to need to use it while we're doing other stuff. But eventually all of that will come out as well. I mean, we'll probably put the sink back because it's a pretty good sink. Replace the faucets. Probably keep the toilet just because it's functional, but it's leaking, so we have to pull up the floor and fix the plumbing, put in a new wax ring and a new subfloor. Yep. So all that has to come out. And then look at this beautiful window. But look how they put it in. It's like mounted on the outside. This was probably all inside the wall. Then they wanted a stained glass window, so they just I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. Yeah, not very good. Anyway, so that's that. We're probably going to take out all the ceiling lights, maybe, because my husband doesn't like overhead lights, and we'll just have plug-ins. So these will be dead lights. We'll probably just disconnect all that and then put in floor lights or plug-in lights. You can see over here on the other side where they all burrowed in. Crazy, just absolutely crazy. I've never seen anything like it. Now, I'm not really worried about this, even though, like, if it was a cabin that we were going to keep, then I would probably have to fix that, replace those boards. But yeah, we're not doing that. We're going to close it all up. This cabin only has to last us a couple of years. And then we're going to be building other places for us to work and live and stuff like that. This is just extra space for this winter and maybe next winter while we're building the shop. It's gonna be a really big shop, and it's gonna have an apartment upstairs, basically like a 3-bedroom apartment upstairs, and that's where we're gonna live until we build our real house. And then the real house is gonna be beautiful, exactly what we want. And the house in the shop is going to house probably guests, or we'll turn it into some other kind of workspace, or tenants. We don't know. It's going to be space, usable space. So this is going to be this living room here. It's going to be where I'm going to be working on all of my jewelry. I'm going to have a couch over here. The fireplace is going to go here again. My desk is going to go in this corner. That way I get some light. I'm going to set up lots of light. And then in the other room, in here, we're going to have like a sink right over here where it used to be. And on this wall, I think, washer and dryer, either this wall or, yeah, I think this wall, oops, this wall. I'm not exactly sure about the placement. We'll have to figure it out. It's gonna need to be hooked up to water, so probably actually, right, oops, right there by the bathroom. So anyway, and then Nick is actually gonna be over here in this corner. He's gonna put his desk there, maybe, possibly. We've been tossing around the idea of him actually taking out the little breakfast nook in the RV, because we don't really use it other than to just pile shit on top of it and maybe eat our breakfast. But like, it's always cluttered, and it's my husband hates it, and I don't like it either. So yeah, we've got the floor to do. We're probably going to do linoleum in here. We're probably going to stain this one and throw down rugs, stain and seal. So there'll be like tables for the laundry. My husband will be in here so that I have my own space while I'm working. He has his own space to work. He's going to be doing a lot of the, like, whatchamacallit, the architectural drawings for the different buildings that we're going to be building. One last thing. Out here, this is the front porch. That's our view. We're going to put our RV right here. And then we're going to put a big awning over it. The awning roof is going to go high enough so that the rainwater can like pour down onto this roof and then just slide off the backside. Well, that way and that way. So it's all going to be covered. It's all going to be enclosed. It's like 40 feet long. We're going to have area around it to like still be able to move around outside of the RV in case we need that. And then there'll be a big deck here that will go right up to the RV. Bit of a mess now, but look at that view. Spectacular.